guys, I am Stacy Booth, and today I am going to share with you my story about what coaching has done for me. So I started my journey with Beachbody a long time ago now. I am a mom of two, and at the time I had just had my son, so that he's almost 7 now. So I've always been the kind of person that's been a yo-yo dieter. I've been, I pretty much I said I would do anything to lose weight except for change. Can you relate to that? I would do anything to lose weight except for workout. That was me. I would try every fad diet. I would do all of that except for exercise. And the fad diets worked initially, but after a while, you gain back everything because you're not making any change. So I knew that the gym wasn't for me. I don't like going to the gym. And I found P90X, and a friend actually gave it to me. And I started doing at-home workouts, and I started sharing my journey on social media because that was my way of keeping myself accountable. I really needed to make a change. This is me. Let me see if this is me. So I was really unhappy. I was really unhealthy, and now I have 2 kids that I want to be there to see them grow up. And my husband at the time, was also extremely overweight. He was about 285 pounds. And the doctor asked them, hey, do you want to see these children grow up? So my coaching story is a little bit different than maybe some other people's because I initially got into coaching not for the business. Honestly, I didn't even know what the business was when I signed up. I got into it because I wanted to save 25%. So I'm going to kind of give you a little backstory, and hopefully I don't lose you guys. But we had bought our first house, and I was working 45 plus hours a week, and my husband was working, and we had my daughter at the time, and then I got pregnant with my son. And when I had my son, I was trying to I was operational manager at a Bed Bath & Beyond. And I couldn't continue to work 45 hours a week. I just couldn't do that. So I was still trying to work part-time. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but my husband had postpartum depression, but for men. And it's not really common, and we actually didn't know what it was at the time. But he couldn't be around my son by himself. He was fearful that he would hurt him, and he just couldn't be there for him. So I ended up having to quit my job completely, which left us extremely financially stressed because we were pretty stressed when I was working part-time, but now I was not making any money. And we were going to therapy, trying to help my husband through this really tough time. So I felt extremely alone. I was at home all day long with my kids. I was unhappy because I was unhealthy. I was worried about things. I was worried about financial things. And that's when the doctor had asked my husband, do you want to be around to see these kids grow up? Do you want to be healthy? Because we weren't healthy. We weren't financially healthy. We weren't mentally healthy. We weren't physically healthy. And I knew I needed to make a change. And that's when I found P90X. Someone let me borrow it, and I started sharing my journey. And I had my coach come to me because I was posting every day saying, doing P90X. And let's be honest, I was cherry picking them. I think that the P90X came from eBay or something. It didn't have a program guide. It just was the DVDs. So I didn't know that Beachbody was a community. I didn't know that there was an eating guide. I didn't know anything. I just was plugging into workouts that I could sort of do. Let's be honest, I wasn't doing them very good. But I was keeping myself accountable that way. And my coach reached out to me and said, hey, I see you like P90X. Have you ever considered trying Shakeology? And at the time, if you remember, we're really broke, like really broke. We were even in the process of short selling our house because we just couldn't keep up with the mortgage and the electricity and everything. So we were in the process of short selling because we bought our house at one price and it wasn't even close to what we purchased it at. So when she asked me if I wanted to try Shakeology, I initially said no. I said, I can't afford that. And then she said one simple word that said, do you want a flat stomach? And this girl here has never had a flat stomach. Even when I was a teenager, I always had fluff. I not necessarily was overweight or fat. I just was fluffy. I was just fluffy. So when she said, do you want a flat stomach? I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make this happen, because if this is some way that I can have a flat stomach, I'm going to do it. But I couldn't afford to be a customer. I said, no, I can't afford that. So she offered me the coaching opportunity to save money. And at first I didn't really realize what I was getting myself into. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I did P90X and I got the guides because of Beachbody online, and I got Shakeology, and I followed the system to a T for 90 days and I lost 27 pounds. And again, I was sharing my journey on social media, and people started coming to me and asking me, what are you doing? And at that point, I told them, and they were like, well, I want to do it with you. And so I asked my coach, what is this? Can I share this? Can people buy from me? And so I started selling people products to join me in my journey to help them with theirs. And it was as easy as that. Like my journey turned into helping other people's journey. And that's essentially what coaching is. And I fell in love with the idea of, if I can do this and I can find this solution, I can share this with other people and they can find the solution that they've been waiting for too. And it felt like a win-win. And I was getting paid to do this. And so in January, they announced that you could go to Disney. And again, at the time, we're still pretty broke and vacations are not an option for us. And I told my daughter and my son, I said, Mom's going to take you to Disney. And that was pretty scary to tell them that. Because if I didn't earn it, then I was going to have to buy that trip for them, because I promised it to them. So it made me work so hard that year. It made me invite people. And when I say work hard, all we have to do is we have to invite people to join us and connect them with the best program for them and connect them with Shakeology. And if you do that consistently all year long, you get rewarded with trips, you get rewarded with bonuses, you get rewarded with fun prizes if you help 3 people every month. And I was like, this can't be real. This cannot be real, because all I'm doing is connecting people with what was my solution. And fast forward, I lost 90 pounds using Beachbody programs. My husband lost 100 pounds. So not only are we finally in a place where we feel good and look good and are healthy for our kids, every day I'm waking up and I'm pressing play in my living room and I'm drinking Shakeology, not to lose weight anymore. I don't need to drink Shakeology to lose weight. I'm drinking Shakeology because it's my daily dose of healthy nutrition, and I crave that, and it helps me not crave junk food. And it helps my body stay regular and on track, and I just feel good. And not only has all of that affected my life, now we've been able to take vacations. We took our kids to Hawaii last year. We took our kids to Costa Rica this year. Before this opportunity, vacations were not possible. The only way we took vacations, and a lot of times we live in Arizona and our family lives in Vermont. A lot of times our parents would help us pay for flights to get back home. That was our vacation, was to visit family, which is great. But how many of you are sitting on the other side of this and you are just getting by working 40 hours a week and you aren't taking vacations because you can't afford it? Or you're not taking time off because you have to ask for time off and someone else has that day off, so you can't have that day off? How many of you are so strapped financially and mentally that every day you wake up and you dread going out the door? Every day I wake up, I'm excited because I get to meet new people on Facebook and Instagram, and I get to connect with women from all over the United States and Canada. And that has been so rewarding for me because I've met some amazing people who have joined my team, who are finding financial success themselves, who are finding physical success with losing weight and feeling good about themselves and becoming a strong, confident woman. That's what this business is all about, you guys. It's about really enjoying your life and loving every day and getting excited. And yesterday, we bought a house last year, our dream house, and it's kind of been one of those things where you had one disaster after another. We had a huge plumbing failure, and we had all new floors put on throughout the whole house. And last week, or 2 weeks ago, we had another hot water failure. We had to run all new hot water lines, and in order to do that, the correct way to do it was to go and demolish our guest room shower so that you could put the pipes through the wall instead of going through the cabinets. Now, this is not covered by insurance. This what turned out to be almost $9,000 that was unexpected bills. How many people would have a $9,000 unexpected bill cripple them? I know if I had this happen to me a couple years ago, I would have been devastated, and I'm not sure how we would have done it. I'm sure we wouldn't have ripped out the shower and done the job the right way. I'm sure we would have done it half-assed because we couldn't afford to do it the right way. But instead, we ripped out the shower in the guest room, which we wanted to do anyways. And not only that did I get a new shower, we decided, well, while we're at it, we might as well finish the floors in the office and the bathroom and the laundry room. And while we're at it, we might as well get a new vanity and new lights and a new mirror and a new faucet to do this job right. So this little coaching thing is not easy. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy because it does. It requires hard work. It requires you to be a self-starter. It requires you getting up every single day and hanging that open sign and saying, I'm open for business. I'm messaging people. I am helping people every single day. I'm inviting them to join me on my journey because I'm still on my journey. But by doing this, I am financially able to do these kinds of things and not have to worry about them. You know how good that feels? You know how I'm sure that you guys can understand. I'm sure that you've had unexpected household things happen and have it feel crippling. Do you want to feel crippled? Because I know I didn't want to. So my husband has a great job. He makes great money, but he pays our bills. I am the fun. I create the fun. I create the funds for our savings. I create the fun for our trips. I create the ability to do extras. All of my income is extra. And I just can't describe to you guys how good of a feeling that is. I've been reading a new book. Beachbody asks you to do personal development, which at first I was like, no, I'm not doing personal development. I don't need that. But oh my gosh, everyone needs it. And it's really been digging into why are you doing this? And I enjoy doing it, but I am dyslexic, and my entire 12 years of going to school, I felt like I could never be successful. And to be able to do this and to work from home and create a six-figure income and show my children that you can be successful, because guess what? Both my kids, I'm pretty sure, are dyslexic. We're going through the testing now. And my daughter feels like she's not smart and she can't be whatever she wants to be when she grows up. She feels like because school is hard for her, she's not going to make it. So for me, it's so important to show her that just because you have that limitation doesn't mean you can't be successful, doesn't mean you can't create a life that you want. So if you're on the other side of this, thinking about becoming a coach, I just gave you so many reasons to do this. And when you say you're going to do this, you have to plug in. There's trainings. We have so many different trainings. We have all the resources you need to be successful, but you need to plug in and do it. We can tell you our success stories, but the only way you're going to get your success story is if you join today and you go full on in. You take up all of the trainings, you plug in, you commit to changing, you commit to becoming a better person. And when you do that for yourself, your whole life opens up. You have time freedom, you have financial freedom, you are physically healthy. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that for their life? I know I do. I know that I want that for your life. I want that for all of the coaches who have joined me on my team. But it's your choice. And you have a choice right now. You have a choice to join our team and start working on yourself, start creating that self-confidence that's in there, buried somewhere. I want you to join our team, not because of me, but because of you. And I know that this opportunity has changed my life and it can change yours. So I hope you enjoy our full day of coaching and listen to all of our stories, because each and every coach on this team is different. And that's what's great about it, is that everyone is different and everyone has a different story. So listen to all of our stories and maybe you'll connect to one of us. Maybe my story is just like something you've going through. So listen to our stories, take it all in, ask questions, be active on this page so we can help you make the best decision. But I can tell you that $140 to get signed up with that challenge pack, best decision I've ever made in my entire life, hands down. So have a great day. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being on. Thanks for listening to my story. And enjoy the rest of our coaches. Bye.